Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Practical Lab. Tree is a Trend, how to use Instagram data to better visualize a trend. I'm Ana Marta Flores, one of the SMART team members. I'm also a PhD in journalism and also a specialist in trend studies. So today we are going to work together, but first I will introduce a little bit about some theories about trend studies in order to make everyone in the same page. And then after, we're going to do a more practical part, using and extracting data from Instagram and trying to organize all the elements there and visualize a little better what could be considered a trend or a manifestation of a trend. So let's go. So what is a trend? Are all trends the same? What are the key concepts? A trend is more kind of a behavior and a motivation of doing something than a specific product. So when people say, probably connected to fashion, for example, that one piece of clothing is a trend, it's normally connected to the why people are now choosing this kind of fabric or this kind of layout or this kind of styling. So in trend studies, the definition of a trend is more connected to the behavior than a product itself. Okay, so which are the key concepts that are connected to trend studies? There are many, but here we are focused on three. Specific on the zeitgeist, which means the spirit of time. We are going to talk about a little more. And when I asked, are all trends the same? They are not. They are different. They have some with more impact, which are the macro trend, and some with less impact and less layers of society, which is the micro trend. So what is considered the zeitgeist? It means the spirit of the time, and it's more kind of collective set of ideas, values, beliefs that we all not all, but I mean the majority agrees and things that make sense. One example is, it's a sad example, but I think it's very clear to understand it, is the slavery. So not so long ago, we or the society agreed that discriminate people according to the color of their skin is something that it's okay, that was normal. And nowadays, if you are thinking the things how they used to be, it's insane. So do you understand that these were values shared in that time, and now it's not the same? And this is connected to all kinds of parts of the society. It could be the cultural, intellectual, political, ethical, aesthetic, spiritual. So all these kind of layers of values and the environments that we share. So this is more or less the idea of the zeitgeist. And as we know, as we see here on this drawing, the zeitgeist kind of englobes all the trends. So the trends are always in accordance with the zeitgeist. Here we have some topics, more or less to understand which would be our contemporary zeitgeist. This was a tool developed by Trends Observer in 2017. Here you can see some keywords that would collect all the values that we are living in these days. So understanding a little bit better about the macro trend, it's a bigger influence of different number of sectors, markets, even people, even countries. So geographically, it's bigger, and it changed more slowly. And they affect different layers of the society. One example would be the macro trend called Spiral of Truth, which we saw this a lot during the pandemics. It's kind of this behavior of people believing in what they want to believe, like the wishful thinking. They want to believe in their opinions and not specifically on facts, on science, like the anti-vaxxers or other people who denied the lockdown, using the use of masks, for example, people who believe it what they want to believe, and this is kind of one strong behavior we are seeing everywhere. So specifically on platforms, on social platforms, it's a very interesting environment to observe this kind of behavior. The micro trend, on the other hand, as we saw before, they are more connected to specific sectors or to specific countries or even cities or smaller groups of people. One example would be the trend called Flawsome, which is a mix of flaw and awesome, which brings different patterns of people, like here smiles or bodies, or using actually a prototype, this Victoria Modesta, which is a very interesting example on this, that she wears different prostheses in her leg, and she do this like it's a way of being professional or being strong. So it's another way of changing what would be considered a flaw into a very like a brand. So these are in general kind of macro and micro trends. And what we are doing now, it's we are trying to do this experiment of trying to see trends, and we are doing this using hashtags, which is a way of organizing information in a collective way. And we are choosing Instagram, which is one of the biggest platforms, most used and more connected to visuals. So now I'm going to share my screen, and you are going to see how we can do this and how we can see trends through Instagram. Well, here we are going to start our exercise. The topic we are actually trying to look more, specifically during the pandemics, it was like a big growing on the importances of mental health, of balanced life, or uh, like self-care, meditation, mindfulness. I know you probably heard about this, or probably even practice it about this, about not practice some kind of these very known words now. So and the question is how this looks like in Instagram. We know that Instagram has a specific aesthetics, but do you think that different kind of hashtags, which always connected to a collective creation, so we don't have any control of what people publish on these specific hashtags? So I was just doing a collective work on mental health and self-care, and I found the self-care matters, which is it would be a movement, but probably when you click in any kind of these posts, you probably find lots of different hashtags connected to it, like positive self-care advice or self-care is important, mental well-being. Okay, so there's a lot and different hashtags connected to the same topic. But here, the idea is to collect what people are publishing connected to this specific tag, so we can see more specifically how people are interpreting a specific topic. So how can we do this? Here I just conduct this search on the Instagram interface, web interface. But for collecting a specific amount of these posts, we are going to use the Phantom Buster tool, which is a freemium tool. You can register freely, for free, and they have lots of different approaches. And then we are going to use, of course, the Instagram one, and we are going to collect the hashtag collector. So extract the most popular Instagram posts linked to a hashtag or a location. So we can use this one. I strongly recommend you to create a specific account. You can use your own account on Instagram, and because you have to connect it in order to extract this information. Here I have one that is only for research interests, so I'm going to connect to Instagram. Here we are going to save, and then here we are going to use the hashtag we want to search. So here I'm going to paste it, save. Here I'm going to leave it blank because I want to use them as much as it can. I put the 5,000 because it's the like the average that it can collect. Advanced settings. Yes, I would love to see the profile URL, and the name I will put self-care matters. Then we are going to save. Here we can leave manually, and there's no need to notifications, and we are going to launch. So here it could take a little while. After the test trial expires on Phantom Buster, you're going to have 10 minutes per day to make extractions. So you can see all what is happening here, like 39 posts, and as long as it goes, it's going to be updated here. So it's going to take some minutes. Great, so now we have the file here, and we are going to download. It's going to be a CSV. Here you can have like a preview in order to see what it downloaded, so you can just check if you want before you download. So here we're going to download only the CSV, and now I always try to use directly the Google spreadsheets in order to, because I think the Google spreadsheets is better for when you're interested in checking the emojis or you can just have a preview of the images using some formulas here. So yeah, here we are going to import. So okay, you can come here and open this one and ask to open with Google Sheets. So here we can take a look of what information we could extract from the from this query. One tip that I would like to give you is always keep this, or you can keep one specific file only with the original results, as the CSV is there. We have this here, it's only the original results, but you can make a copy here and duplicate this tab, and then have your data set, because you can make any changes if you want to check, or if you have something screwed up, you can always come back and take your information there. So here we have let me put here bigger. We can, here on the line 1, we can have all the information we could take. We have the URL of the post, the profile URL, username, phone name, comment count, like count, the date of the publication, the description, that would be what people write together with the picture or the video they post, location, image URL. Okay, so here we are going to focus on a specific images. We are not going to focus on videos right now, because the idea is to visualize what we have. So here you can see that we have the post URL, right? So when you click, it goes directly to the post. You can see the information of the picture, the date, what people wrote in the description of the image. So yeah, here's still loading. Let's see. Here was the first one that we actually that actually appeared here. So it's the top post, right? So it's here. But for example, if I want to see only the picture, right? So here we have this image URL, which is the specific file of the image. Okay, so you can actually see the original file size. So if I want, for example, here on the spreadsheet, if I want to see a specific a preview of these images, one thing that I can do is only click and create one column. It could be on the right or on the left. Here you can see is like the URL, it's over the other column. So here we can just data and not data, it's format, and we can put wrap here. So well, I think it's better than wrap. I think it's better just cut, just clip. Yeah. So here we can have a post preview. I would just name the column, and using a very simple formula, you can see the preview. So here is just write equal image, and then inside brackets I can put where is the link of the URL, close, and then I will have already the preview of the image. So if I click here twice, this is going to go through all the columns, all the lines, sorry. Well, so now that I have all the images here, is there a way that I can see them or download them in order to navigate and try to organize these information in categories? Yes, there is. There's a lot of things you can do. Here on the description, you can actually read all the information people put there. We can see, for example, which words they use more, what hashtags are more repeated, or which emojis they are using, if there is a repetition here. So in this data set, we actually have more than 2,000 posts, 2,700 posts. We can actually organize them by which are more with more engagement. If we consider engagement, for example, the sum of the comments, the number of comments and the number of likes, maybe this is a way of understanding the engagement. How can we do this? We don't have this engagement metric ready, but we can create here a very simple way to do it. Is like here we use the comment and the like. We can create a column in the right, and we can call it engagement if we agree, if that is a way of understanding which are more popular. So it's just as we did with the image one, we can just put some and then organize both of the comment count and the like count, and then it's already suggesting an autofill, yes. And here as we added a filter. Now it's filter off, now it's filter on. We can organize, for example, this engagement, let me put one in a different color, which is have more engagement, organizing from Z to A. So this is the post with more engagement, considering the self-care matters. As I told you, we don't have any kind of control over what people post. Let's see the second one. Let's see if it's the same one. No, it's just a lettering one. So here we can, he's probably a carousel, yes. That's why the image is not here, because it's probably more than one picture. Oh, it's like probably selling one product, but and the marijuana one, I guess, yeah. So I think this is a way of also, of course, Instagram is a platform focused on marketing and business. So of course there's going to have lots of promotion there, but there's probably going to have different uses. So memes, or I don't know. Let's explore this. And how can we do? We can use an extension called Down the Mall. This one with the little arrow. How can we do this? It's pretty simple. You can just go to the mall here, and then you download the extension. It's pretty easy. It's for different browsers here. You go there on your dataset, on the image URL column. You select all of it, and you copy it. You open a new document, preferably with text only. So you paste it here. You can see there is the links there. If you put the format on the text file and make plain text, it's going to be only the links, but they are not clickable. And here I would recommend also to delete the first, because it's going to be the name of the column, which is image URL. So just erase this. And we should save this file. We can call, let's see, self-care matters, image URLs. We are going to save it on desktop, which is easier to find. Then you can close. And if you go there on the, actually any kind of, any window, you can just click here and go to the manager. Oh, here I have lots of things. Let's just clean this. Let's clean all complete downloads. Yeah. Okay. And then we can just import from file. And then we go there on our file on desktop. What is the name? It's self-care mentors. Here, open. And then they're going to select all the files, and then we can call which is the name, self-care matters. You can just choose where you go. It's going to, here is going to be the download place, and it's going to download all the images, the 2,700 images. And now you are going to have all the image files, right? So here it's like 2,000 and it's not 2,700 because some of them were videos, remember? So yeah, 2,576 images. So it's still downloading. So after we do this, we can explore the images and trying to see the trend. Yay, it finished. So now we have all these images, save it in one specific folder. Well, so how can we see it? we can use different programs. Here we can use or pick arrange or ImageSorter. I actually prefer ImageSorter in order because you can change the color of the background and stuff like that. So here we go on we're trying to see here, yeah. And then I'm just going to open a bigger. Here you can see all your the information that is on your computer, right? The memory, the hard disk. So I suggest you don't click right away here. You just go to the arrow there. So it's going to open all the other folders, and then you can find where is your information, because here's going to open all the images that are there. So for example, here I know there is in save it in downloads. I just have to find, here is the folder I called self-care matters. So here I can click on the folder, and it's going to say there is 575 images, load and sort images. So now the magic appears, so we can see all the 2000 and a lot of images all together. You can choose to organize them by color. You can choose organize by date, which it's very useful tool when you want to plot all these images. So let me put here in. Now we can see there's lots of images of people. We can like go and see closer. Let me just, sorry, he's not. Yeah, I try to go bigger. Oh yeah, this is better. So yeah, you can see here, we can see lots of yellows and pinkish. We can see, look at this this here, it's a repeated one, so it appears lots of time, like 1, 2, 3, like 7, 8 times. So you can see if this is the same post. Probably not, probably bot accounts that uses very high engagement hashtags in order to call attention to something. Some of them are repeated, we can see, but there are very, I think there's just a few ones. What we can see more, greens and people meditating, food related, flowers. What more we can see here? It's a very interesting, it's like lots of brownish, beige, people with their friends, with dogs, lots of blue. Here's another one, which is if you want to see, for example, okay, which is a specific, where is the post of this image, you notice the name here, so you can just click here and copy, and then go to your here on your spreadsheet and trying to find it. So it's here, suffering. So let's see, the image is only one, but we can see, for example, that these are different, probably the same. They are just connected to a carousel. Let's see this other one with the same location, if it's the same image. No, the image is different, but we can check here. Here's the URL of this post, the one that's repeated. So yeah, we can see it's probably, yes, it's kind of a hotel, or so yeah. I mean, this is one way you can organize all your information. You can plot this like this, you can change the color of the background. If you want white, okay, you can put white. Actually, I think black is better because the contrast is better. You can see that it brings like a globe vision. So if you're going to do the sides never ending, so that's why when you put to see closer or to see the size, which is all the images there, you can see that they are just this square of images. There's no just like infinite scroll. Here you can organize by time, like when they published, and here it's organized by color, so that you can see all this kind of rainbows and organized way of seeing. Here we have, are these the same? No, they are just with the same pattern, but they are different images. You can see there's lots of lettering. So a way that the trend is showing is we can see there's lots of kind of words of wisdom. You can see lots of things that makes people feel better, or they feel more calm or less stressful, very connected to products, of beauty products. You know, that's different kind of even places or experiences, like going to a hotel and then taking care of you, take time off. Other things we can see that was very present was let me see, some memes, you know, humor connected to pets. Here, reading or writing or having hobbies, healthy hobbies. Other thing that I saw that was kind of interesting was connected to food, and people like trying to be more having better habits, eating habits, or I don't know, like here is roses. I thought it was some fruits, but I saw some kind of other, like here some candles and all these rituals of taking care of yourself, even making going to the gym or doing exercises, spending time with friends, having a bath. So all of these are connected to having a better way of feeling. So what can we get from this is yes, there is a specific pattern of what is considered wellness, self-care, and what does it mean to taking care of yourself. And some of these art, they're like having it's connected to mental health, but also connected to how you should get your life better, or it's okay, or you rest, you don't have to feel guilty, about healing also. So yeah, I mean, there is lots of information here, even though it's a collective build data set. Okay, so that we told before, that we don't have control of what people are publishing, but it's interesting to see there's actually a logic of using this specific word. So yeah, here you can organize all the information by color and try to create a specific groups and categories, not only on color, of course, but what are people saying there. So here, what is important, we have this data set, which is probably because it's a popular hashtag, is probably not very old. We have just 2,763 posts, 62 posts. So you can say, how can you know how old are these posts? Here we have the date. It is in this format. We can actually create one column on the right, and then here you can see there is the format is the date and T and the time. So here we can just split text to columns. So here, and we can use for split and put on the other column the letter T. So here we have separated what is the date and which is the time that the person published it, or the company. Here we can see, yeah, it's for 25 January. Let's see the most. This is from 2020. Yes, actually there is. Okay, the oldest one is the from 2020 is this one. Let's see if it's the one. Yeah, there is a mouth or something like this. Okay. And here's already from March 2021, so people exercising. So yeah, we can see different data sets. So it's not a year, but I mean it's 7 or 10 months that we can have on information. So this, when you want to do like a chronological data set, you should keep doing different extractions and then collecting all your data set in one file, and then you can have all of this information. So yeah, this is what we have. So if you have any questions, you can just reach out, and I guess that's it. So that's it for our practical lab. I hope you like it, and that you learn more about how extracting and organizing data and visualizing posts from Instagram, and also how to connect with trends. Here I have my Twitter handle and my email. If you have any questions, you can actually talk to me during the sprint, or just reach out by email or Twitter. I hope to see you soon, and bye bye.